lanes. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no...
What's poppin', everybody? Alright, so you want to get rich. Who doesn't want to get rich? I think everybody wants to get rich. Everybody wants to make some money. Just makes life a little bit easier, right? Now, what I'm going to tell you is not a get rich quick scheme. What this is you're going to have to work. But what's great about it is you're working for yourself. Who doesn't want to work for themselves? Eventually I got tired working hard for somebody else to make money. If I'm going to work hard, I want to make money myself. So that's basically what this video is about. Now, there's many different ways to do that. Me personally, I felt the best way for me to get into it was to start selling on eBay. Now you can sell on Amazon. They have what's called Amazon merch, which is basically where you take a picture or you make a design and you put it into the system and they put it on a shirt and display it. If someone buys it, they make it and they send you a small percentage. You can invest, which most of the time takes longer unless you're doing day trading, which I haven't got into too much, so I don't want to speak on that, but there's always that. Then another good way is to make YouTube videos. Make a YouTube video, what you already do. If you have something, if you're a woodworker or you're a painter or something like that, start making YouTube videos about it. And I'll say this, YouTube videos is one of the best things to try out, because if no one watches you, you're not losing anything. Most people already have a camera. You have a camera in your phone. Just use that. And if you do start making money off of it and being successful with it, then go buy a nicer camera, you know what I mean? And find something that you can get started into that is yours, so you're making money for you. Now, since eBay's the one that I started with, let me explain a little bit about that and see if maybe that's the right fit for you. A while ago, if you wanted to start your own business, it took a lot of money because you had to buy a building, which they call a brick and mortar store. You had to buy supplies, you had to buy, you had to pay employees. There's a lot of money to put out in order to get a physical store. So the good thing about doing an online store is you don't need nearly as much capital to get started. You need a little bit of money to buy a couple things inventory, which honestly, if you're selling on eBay, you can start off going to the Goodwill bins. You can start off with like $5, $20. The biggest money for me was the printer. You want to get a thermal printer just to make your life a whole lot easier, definitely worth it, and get a scale. If you can get a scale and you can get a thermal printer, I would say that's a good place for you to start. Negatives is the same negatives that always goes with working for yourself. Is you got to make sure you hold yourself responsible. You got to make sure that you deal with customers. You're the one that has to make sure that you get up every day and you go find these items to sell. And you got to make sure that you're sending stuff out on time. There's no one that's going to tell you, hey, do this, do that. You got to make sure you get it done. Another positive, what I like the most, is there's no limit. This is a way for you to get in, and the money you make off of this, you keep investing it. When I started off with maybe 10 items. And I think I mainly started off with items around my house. And then I took that money, I reinvested it back into the business, and now I'm up to like 500 items. I bought a camera, I have 2 printers, I have a scale, and all this stuff came out of the money that I made from selling my items. Because you got to keep, that's another thing that's you have to be responsible for, is you have to keep track of how much money you're making and how much money you spend on business related stuff, so that you only pay taxes on on the money that you make. But I would say that whatever it is, stop working so hard to make someone else money. Now, of course, any type of thing that you get into, whether it be YouTube or reselling, anything like that, at first you're not going to be able to quit your job. It's going to be work. You're going to have to put in extra work when you get off of work. But look at it like this. is work on your business. This is yours. Like, all my inventory is mine. Technically, if I wanted to, I could shut down my store and all that stuff I could do whatever I want with. It's mine. And I'm going to keep growing. Next thing is I'll be selling on Amazon. Then I want to take some of that money and invest some of that money. Maybe buy some real estate. Maybe buy, that's the key. Is you want to invest your money. The more ways that you invest your money and spread your money out, the better chances you have of bringing more money back in. But for most people, they don't have the capital to get started. So you need to find a way to make that capital, to get that in. And reselling, or, like I said, there's other avenues too. But do one of them. I believe that you can do it. If I can do it, and I'm no one special, then every single person who watches my video can also do it. So, that's all I wanted to say, and I'll talk to you all later.